Okay, so anyways, just doing a little craft chat on some items and things to make your own bling. But I wanted to say that I found out today that Family hi, Family Dollar actually has paints made in the U.S. So it's called Painter's Palette. I guess it's a plaid company, and I'm not familiar with them. I opened it up, and it kind of felt like chalky, so I don't know. Um, it's cheap paint, so I don't have a whole lot of expectations for it. But the one I'm going to do today, I have the Artist Loft Professional High Viscosity Acrylics White, and I probably won't have enough, so I have a little bit of this U.S. Art Supply. Um, Paint that's also thick, and I'll probably use that for my base. I also found at Family Dollar canvas not made in China. So I was really happy about that. It looks pretty cheap though. The only thing is, I want the canvas to be really tight because I don't want any sag. And I'm not sure about this one because that looks like it might, because when you put resin on it, especially when you add bling and stuff, it, you know, canvas quality matters. Anywho's, especially the ones that I do bling on, those are. Anyways, so speaking of bling, um, I know there's a lot of crafters out there, so I'm probably preaching to the choir, but in case, you're trying to come up with some ideas, for the holidays, these tins, this was like an Easter thing I had, these metal tins are perfect for storing, tacks, safety pins, craft things. And I like the metal tins for the bling. Um, another thing is these Altoids. These mint. Um, they're really good. Now what I did is those flat, one side the bottom is flat, and they're like different colors, and they're like little rocks, kind of marble glass. And so I found a tutorial where they make really good broken glass bling. You put them in like boiling water for a little bit, and then you put it in ice water. And when it cracks, it breaks real easy. But if you can't get it to crack, you just take it outside and hit it with a hammer. But take a towel or heavy material and then put it like in a plastic bag and hit it and make sure that anyway, so I had a little bit of broken mirror, and so I have some mirror and just some various glass bling. So for the bigger pieces where, you lay the bling down. But these Altoid tins make perfect little, I put saran wrap in it, so that way, in case the metal, anything moist happens, metal can rust, and I wouldn't, anyways, but the nice thing about using saran wrap is then when you want to lay your bling out on the table to pick the pieces that you want to use, you just lift it out with the saran wrap, and that way when you pour stuff, well, stuff will fall on the floor. I don't know. I like, since I'm using the metal tins, because these secure really good, these Altoids. Anyways, I thought that made a nice little storage tin. Then besides this, they also have the painter's palette in the little tubes. And so I'm thinking that that's going to come out and be a little bit thicker than this. Like, I would use this to like prime a canvas. I'm thinking about doing a different type of painting than the pour painting. And so, like a brush type painting. Not like, individual scene painting, but, different types of painting. Uh, just using colors and bling. But anyways, so these little tubes, I don't know, I haven't really seen anybody talk about this particular brand. So anyways, if you are familiar with this brand, let me know. But yeah, that does come out a little bit thicker. It's not a whole lot, but you know, when you're doing pouring, a lot of paint, pouring painting, I guess I should say. So then I go in my drawer and I find like several bottles of acrylic paint that I had. That I did some fabric paint several years back, but then I have this puffy 3D paint. It says it works on everything, and it's neon yellow. I am not familiar with 3D paint, so if you know about this, please let me know. I haven't really seen a whole lot of chatter about 3D paint. So, and then I also found this at Made in the USA glitter. It's really pretty. It's called Ice Yellow. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah. So and I don't know if you noticed, but I have these. I kind of know if I got to thinking, well, you know, if somebody saw that, I have my books saran wrapped, and it's not because I'm a weirdo. It's that these are antique books from the 1600s to the 1800s. And I got to looking at it, I was like, wow, it's a miracle I haven't splattered paint on that, because I've got it over here on my wall, which this wall is going to be painted anyway, that's why I didn't cover it up. But, yeah, so I had to cover this up. It looks kind of funky, but yeah, that's the only bookshelf I have for those books, and I do a history project, and then I'm going to sell them. But yeah, most of them. So when I get done, but I have them saran wrapped to protect them from like dust and just in general, you know, have to preserve antique books. So, anywho's, I'm gonna mix. Once I get all this stuff out of the way, I'm gonna mix up. I'm thinking about doing another Dutch pour on. I haven't done this particular size. It's kind of an odd size. It's 11 by 17. I did a whole bunch of 11. I thought this was an 11 by 14. Okay, and this is a pretty good grade. This is a pretty good quality canvas. But this one's a cheap one. I mean, I can tell. But when I size it up, it's a little bit off, like by a quarter of an inch. So this isn't really truly 11 by 14, but whatever. I'm like, have you noticed that? Like when they say that it's 11 and it's not exactly 11, it's like, why is that? So anyways, I'm going to use this cheap. It wasn't really cheap though. I paid $4 for it. And I mean, anyways, you can tell it's cheap. It's, yeah, well, it's just the grade is thinner and it looks like it would have sag to it if I try to make things almost see-through. But anyways, but I like this size. It's not quite as big as the other one that I did. So I'm going to do this one today and just do kind of a Dutch pour like I did yesterday. But I'm going to use different colors today. So I'm going to mix, the colors that I'm going to mix are going to be, I had this red that I concocted the other day. And I want to use that up. And I'm just going to add some more primary red. And then I'm going to use my, my gold. My metallic gold, and I'm going to probably use some pink as well. And of course I'm going to use a white background today. I'm not going to go with the lemon drop yellow that I made. And then of course my amethyst purple. And you know, I found I don't want to have a whole bunch of different types of paints, which that's apparently what's going. That's the issue, is when you have a whole bunch of different types of paints, and you don't really know how they pour until you know how they work until you try them. But I found this color today, and my lord, it's so pretty. It's not like Selling Sky. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's called Tropical Blue. It's really pretty, and I don't know. It's by Apple Barrel. Apple Barrel. Yeah, so I don't think I've used that brand yet. Okay, so quit chit-chatting. Get to work. Yeah. So, anywho, if you're not interested in knowing how to, you know, mix paint and stuff, you might as well just go ahead and check out now. Because this is probably going to be at least half an hour. And I just craft chat. But, yeah. So, but, you know, I do this video on Facebook because I can then download it to my computer and share it in other places for people that want to I watch, I don't know, I watch a lot of videos, and I know some people are like, they tell the YouTube creator, why do you make such long videos? And I'm just like, I don't understand that. I don't know how people can do that. I'm like, if you don't like it, just fast forward through it. But I really appreciated all the, I mean, it was like going to class. I mean, I learned from them. So I cannot complain because their videos are long. All the more details actually that they shared, the more that I learned, you know, little details, you know, about issues, especially like issues that you have with particular brands or paints. When you mix it with this type, you know, this could happen, and, you know, just stuff like that. You know, when somebody has never done this before, all that is like super valuable. Okay. You go start investing in product, you know, I mean, you learn by trial and error, but it's a whole lot nicer to know little details and save yourself some heartache. Okay, so I'm going to do this pouring medium with, get my white going here. And I have, why is that wet? I have a smaller cup inside here. All right. This is, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is 1/2 a cup, not quite full. And I write down every painting I've done. I write down the colors that I've used, the brand, and what I mixed it with. So that way I can kind of remember how things went. So this is the Artist Loft Titanium White. And I don't use a whole lot of that. You don't really need a lot. You really just need maybe this amount. So it's such a pretty day today. It was warm when I went to the store today. I was wearing shorts, and by the time I was only out for like half an hour. By the time I got ready to come back home, it was cold. It dropped like 15 degrees. And I'm like, what on earth? I don't know if we got storms coming in. But I looked at the weather last night to, you know, kind of know what the temps are going to be for the next week. And I don't know, I might have one painting that might be ready to do some resin. And I was hoping for some nice weather. I'm going to get out there and work on my cabin and get it ready. Anyways, I don't really want to do it inside my house, but this starts going cold on me. I'm going to have to, I guess I can go in my bedroom and just open the window and put a fan in front of it to blow everything out and tape the door so none of it permeates throughout the house. I don't have central heating and air, so I just don't want to do it indoors, though, if I can keep from it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Good gravy. Mm. I'm going to use a fork. I have found that these plastic forks is a good stir for paints because it kind of like is a whisk. Oh, and I found the cutest little thing today to use as a whisk. It was a little kid's toy, like a little, like My Pony comb. It was so cute. So when I do my little cups, you know, it's kind of awkward to use a long fork in these little bitty cups. So I thought that was cute. One of the ladies on YouTube, she did a little teeny, like the world's tiniest pour painting. She had a little teeny tiny cup. It was so cute. And a little bitty teeny cup. Yeah, I was like, well, that was fun. Yeah. So, I should have this. If you've used Painter's palette, please let me know what you think of that. Because before I start using that on, I'm down to like, I have this canvas and one more small one, then all I have are the big ones left. And yeah, those big ones are expensive. It's a little bit runny. Now I'm going to need a little bit more. Drop it directly in there. Now, I have personally found that when they say use this part medium to this part, yeah, it doesn't work out that way for me. You know, especially it seems like every brand is different. What's this, is it? Need to trim their nails. My babies, I have poodles, my fur babies. Love my babies. Okay, so that's just about right. Now that should be enough to pour around. So now just, that's for when I pour it around, and I might have, okay, so now I have this stuff here. I'm just going to see what it looks like when I pour it in a cup. And this, it doesn't say it's ready pour. That's the weird thing about it. I think it's more for like painting with brushes. I don't know that it's for pour painting, but no, it's actually kind of thick. So, huh. Okay, well, I'm going to be risque and I guess give it a try. Okay. Looks like, I think that's ready for. Like it's ready to roll. So, set that over here. Two different whites. Okay. And now, I just don't know about that. I'm trying to, huh. For my purple, stick with the colors that I already know. Mm. Now I have some little bitty square, like coaster size, that I was going to do some experimenting with. My purple is not out here. I'm going to put that in the bedroom. Be right back. Oh. Well, I'm not finding my purple. What do I do with it? I have this purple. I guess go ahead and use it up. I don't think that's metallic though. That's like a lavender. But I really need to find my purple. I have some amethyst. Okay. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do purple, lavender, and I'm going to use this red up. So I'll go ahead and... What you doing, baby? Hi, pretty girl. You going to help me paint? Hmm? Are you going to help me? He said no. I think so.
Let me borrow your toe. Can I borrow your toenail? Anyway. She's like, what's wrong with my toenail? Yeah. That's ready to roll. Okay. So I'm just adding to what I already have. Let's stick that in there. Then I have some lavender. And it looks like I need a little bit, just a little bit more. Lavender. This is Craft Smart Satin Acrylic Paint. It's Grape Taffy. It's a fun purple, I think. And it's actually a little bit lighter than this shade, but I kind of want a lighter to go with this amethyst. I don't want two dark purples in there. Yeah, that's pretty. It might be a little thin. Don't want it thin, don't want it thin. Now, I'm not going to make my base as thick as I did last night. That was a little thick. I wanted to see what it looked like with just a little bit of texture. It takes longer to dry, of course, when it's thicker, but all right, that one should be good. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to add some more. You know, I might not even need, I have enough. It's saran wrap and tape. Forgot about the tape. Keep it from spilling. Whoops. Okay, I kind of overdid it. Ah, boy, this amethyst, the Decor Art Metallic Purple Amethyst, is just, I just love that color. Yeah, add a little bit. It's metallic, and it just really, I think it holds its pigment. No matter what I do, I just think it's a good metallic paint. I've heard some people complain that about metallics, sometimes depending on what you mix it with, you know, sometimes they kind of get a little bit diluted. And oh, I like metallics, I like the shiny, you know, and I don't want it looking soupy or diluted. Don't want it being softened. I don't mind soft pastel look with the Dutch pour, but when I want a brilliant color, you know, that's what I want. All right. That's about right. Okay. So I've got the red, the lavender, the purple, and I'm not sure how much gold I have here. I don't need a whole lot, just an itty bitty bit. So I'm gonna have to mix a little bit. Let's see, where my gold? Here it is. This is the Deco Art 24 karat gold, and I just love it. Of course, I had a couple that I kind of went overboard with them, just a little bit. Add probably just a tiny bit of medium to that, and then an itty bitty bit. Just itty bitty bit. Yeah, perfect. Just right amount. Okay, I think I have all my colors. We've got red, lavender, purple, gold. Might do a little pink. I just don't know. Okay, just a little bit. That's what I always say, but you know how it is. Sometimes you end up with more than you intended. With the, I mean, I didn't use a whole lot last night of the paint, and I just felt like with the Dutch pour, with me, less is better. And I don't know. It depends on I guess what kind of effect you're wanting. I added too much. Because if you use the attachment on the blow dryer at a wide angle, I think for the bigger canvases, I think that's great. But on the smaller canvases, I mean, there's just not a whole lot of space. So, and that is too soupy. I try, like when I blow with the straw, I kind of wiggle as I'm blowing, so it gives it a little bit more of effect. And I feel like with the straw, and it's, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you can control the colors a little bit more. Like if I'm wanting to open up a certain color. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I'm ready to pour. So I'm going to end this video because I'm going to do my pouring video separate. So I'm going to take a little break and I'll be right back. Hey, Alan, how are you doing? Okay, well, I'm getting ready to pour. So anyways, thanks for stopping in.